Hi, ladies and gentlemen. It's 7:11 p.m. Here in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Is 17th of August 2019, and as you may know, this is Bongo Forex weekly analysis, where we're going to look at weekly forecast and weekly analysis to help us to navigate the markets and make profits in the coming week. Now, traders, remember, this is educational purpose video, and it's not a video intended to give you any sort of signals. So any trade you're going to make based on this this analysis and forecast is based upon your own risk. Now, guys, pay attention as we may start with forex pairs. Then we're going to run to some commodities and cryptos, and lastly we're going to finish with indices. Now, guys, remember, with forex we like to start with dollar currency index. We're going to look at where is the directional move of the US dollar, because this gives us a proper leeway on understanding the market direction on all other currencies trading against the dollar. Talking about Euro USD, GBP USD, USD CAD, what else? Talking about USD CHF, New Zealand USD, and so many more. So, guys, pay attention and we may start. Now we're gonna start with dollar currency index. As you may see on the chart there, we're looking for a sell on USD currency index. That is strictly based on technical. As you can see, previously we had like two to three resistances that gave us really good opportunity to sell all the way down. Now we're expecting that to happen again, as you might expect the dollar currency to drop all the way to 97.57 and probably drop even further to 96.50. Now, traders, remember, this is sort of against the general trend on the uptrend, so you need to be extremely careful with that one. Otherwise, it's something that gives me a lot of hope that should be the case with the ADX. Is right now is at 24.35. That tells us that the dollar currency index is losing steam, and that will provide really good opportunities in the coming week trading all pairs against the dollar. Now let's start with the New Zealand USD. Now, for some time now, I've been trying to change and become a good trend follower, or say a price action trader. I'm looking for specific trends and try to follow that trend by looking at proper setup. As you can see from the New Zealand USD here, I'm looking for a sell-off based on that mini trend that's happening and based on even the larger trend happening overall in the New Zealand USD. And I'm looking for a further sell-off at this point. Where I look for a sell-off all the way down to 0.6421. If that doesn't happen, I expect the price to do this, price to go up and have a bit of a retest and a pullback, a retest, and further continuation on the New Zealand USD. I'm gonna jump onto Euro USD. Euro USD also follows this sweet 4 hours chart pattern on the downward trend. As you can see, the ADX gives us 28.43152. Bearish indication, and also the market is also give us a really good sell-off setup. So as a trader, pretty much going to look for this is what I'm looking for the Euro USD. I'm looking to sell it at around 1.115 all the way down to 110273. So I'm trading based on that trend in particular, and I'm looking at the risk reward ratios of roughly minimum 1:2 with high probabilities. Remember, my trades all of them have more than 7% probabilities in terms of return, so I'm looking at risk reward ratio of 3.15. Now, guys, pay attention. That is just an educational purpose video, and it's not meant to give you the right signal. Just pay attention and on that one. So just a discretion to you guys. So moving on, I would like to look at the USD CAD as it presents really good opportunity. As you can see here, we are still moving an uptrend, a strong uptrend on the USD CAD. Probably I'm not so sure with this trade. Probably this might happen, but I'm so keen to see it break through here and come and test this these levels here, where I'm going to look for a buy limit and take it all the way up. So the problem with this area right there is just it doesn't fit my risk reward ratios. Like you can see that level here, try to buy at 1.32572. The risk reward ratios are really squeezed up, so you don't want to trade something like that. I can give you, let's say, 1:1.7, and it's something that you don't want to trade. Otherwise, you might look at the buy stop as well on the upside to trade that USD card. So moving on. Now remember, guys, bears on the DXY, I'm giving it a neutral to bearish mode. So all these pairs I'm talking about now, that's extremely we trade based on their own merit. So we tend to avoid any sort of correlations, and if that's the case, we're going to trade these trades independently. So we're looking at USD card as USD card, not under influence of the dollar currency index. Now moving on to USD JPY. USD JPY provides a really good sell around 1.07103. I'm going to look for a sell limit right there and look for further sell off to these levels right here. Probably going to see my weakness and further sell off to 1.04946. Guys, this trade is super easy trade to take. Why? Because you have a very strong trade war happening, and so the trade war creates uncertainty that increases bond prices, hence increasing gold prices and safe haven assets such as JPY. Remember, JPY, the Japanese, the biggest hold of the treasuries bonds in US. So it gives the currency some sort of hedge in terms of trading, because it's a safe haven asset. So considering that, you should expect first of all expecting the weakness on the dollar, at the same time expecting much strength on the Japanese yen. So that creates a lot of certainty on that further sell off of USD JPY. So this is the trade I'm going to look up to this week, and it's super interesting to me, and it's something that is a no-brainer to you guys. Hopefully you're going to take it. Now I finished all pairs. I think I forgot a few. Yeah, finish all pairs. Now we're gonna jump on to commodities. Commodities wise, I just see oil, crude oil, the West Texas oil. I said potential trade to take. Otherwise, it's too choppy for me. I don't really understand it. On the larger time frame, it gives me a really good sell-off. As you can see here, the price previously had 3 kissing points on that pattern, so I'm expecting further sell-off on WTI. Fundamentally, I think having economic recession happening now, exportation decreases, so there's going to be a huge drop of demand of oil, and that could create a massive sell-off. So I expect something like this to happen all the way down to 50.084. Now jumping into cryptocurrencies, we're looking at the Bitcoin US dollar. Bitcoin US dollar on a daily time frame basis, I'm looking to buy limits around 93.27, as that creates a really good entry point and a really good risk reward. Fundamentally, it's a good trade to take because you have economic recession coming in, and Bitcoin acts as a safe haven. As not a safe bet for many, but it's something that has a huge potential on the upside because of the fiat money system, and a lot of economists think Bitcoin could be the next big thing. So just buy and hold it, to be honest, and see what happens. So this gives us really good risk reward. And I remember last 2 weeks we took that trade on Bitcoin. Some people missed that trade. Now my advice would be simply wait for the opportunity again to happen by putting that buy limit so you cannot miss it again. It gives a really good risk reward ratios of 3.19 and a target of 17.17%. That's really huge. That's way above a month return for any type of forex trade out there. So you should take it in a way that is something of a long-term trade. So trade it, hold it, and be patient. Next will be the SPX. Now we're moving to indices. Indices is just the basket of stock markets, stock of companies traded in the best 500 companies in the US. They're all put in one basket and they're all traded in one particular asset class. Now it's called S&P 500 index. Now we're looking for a further sell-off of this particular index because you have economic recession coming in. Now roughly, if you look here, you can see there's some sort of, I'll call head and shoulders, but it's not that clean head and shoulder, but overall creates a huge signal of the further sell-off. Now my take on this trade is just looking for that sell stop right there, and I want to sell it all the way to 27.06 or 4, then probably further continuation to 2661.0. Now the DAX is the last but not least index to look at and to trade. As you can see here, guys, this is a no-brainer. The first, second, third, and the fifth kissing point, and this gives us a really strong certainty to trade this. Now that's first. Secondly, technically, you can look at ADX. ADX is at 31.16. There's a lot of bearish on this trade, so the setup is absolutely neat. Lastly, fundamentally, that creates a lot of juice on the downside because of economic recession and poor Germany data. Now this is a good trade to take, guys. It's a no-brainer. You wanna trade it, take it now. Put the sell limit around there, around 1.1570259. So all in all, guys, that's for it today. If you want me to analyze a bit of fundamentals, go to FX3. You can see traders with their own opinions. As Valeria Bednarik, she says that the USD is bearish in the next coming week. You can see Mr. Ross J. Burland says USD CAD is bullish for the next coming week. This is actually the trade you just talked about. EURUSD is also a trade we talked about. GBP USD is something we didn't talk about because I'm not comfortable with it. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, Miss Tanya Ambrosimova says Bitcoin is safe haven or high yield asset, so Bitcoin qualifies for both. As I said before, gold, Japanese yen should be going further up because they are safe haven. Likewise, Bitcoin should be the case. So if you're going to trade Bitcoin, just buy and hold it. And yes, so next would be economic calendars for the coming week. Let's look at the big news. RBA meetings minutes on Tuesday, August 2020. Furthermore is BOC consumer price index score, FOMC minutes. On Thursday, see Jackson Hole symposium. I don't know what the heck is that. Market manufacturing PMIs. Well, the next coming week is pretty slow. Nothing much interesting, as you can see from the FX Street economic calendar. Now moving to Bloomberg. I love Bloomberg in terms of the overall picture and the financial markets performance. There's a huge signal of economic recession happening. You guys should go and look at that link I sent about economic recession. Furthermore, the swagger sipping out of stocks as bond market signals get louder. Immigrants, billionaire backs Trump hold to stay border flows. Well, nothing much. What can I say? Nothing really interesting. Economics. Fear factor for US consumer is rising, fueling recession risk. So here's how hard the protests are slamming Hong Kong's economy. Nobody likes these curves as the global economy out of shape. The danger of plunging interest rate, delaying buying. So there's a lot of negativity in the market right now as economists really point out a major economic recession happening anytime soon. Next will be currencies. Nothing much on currencies, otherwise just Argentina peso is performing extremely bad. Other guys, that video is quite long and I hope you're gonna pay attention and watch it keenly, not carefully but keenly. So guys, good luck in the coming week, and please subscribe to our channel, follow us in all platforms, Instagram, Facebook. The all links are down below in the description, and I hope you're gonna make money for the coming week. Please trade safe and have proper risk management. Cheers.